funny, isn't it? Someone said to me the other day on the comments, oh, Neil, you look like you've caught the sun, you look like you've picked up a tan. And I was thinking about this because, I mean, I'm sure many of us out there watching, when you're fair, you don't go out the way, do you, to try and get a tan, because you're always worried, particularly, I know, you've got to be careful, haven't you, because obviously when you're very fair-skinned, anything is a bit of a worry. So I was kind of strange, I was kind of shocked when someone wrote that, and I thought, I'll just double check. I do look a bit tan, don't I? I know, need to get that sunscreen on, that's the problem. But thank you for pointing it out. It's very kind of you, because as I say, you do forget sometimes, and you think, wow, I didn't realize it was that warm. But apparently, even if you're not sunbathing, you pick up the rays, don't you? Someone who's not a ray of sunshine right now, as we've seen very openly, is none other than Prince Harry, basically out there battling alongside Invictus. But as ever, he's always in the shadow of someone else, isn't he? And it's always not necessarily his former cable TV actress wife, Meghan Markle. Let me explain. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you as ever, and thank you so much. We'll have a wave. Yes, nice to have your company. No, I tell you, it's interesting, isn't it, when you think about Prince Harry, because I think it really exposed just how jealous he was in his autobiography, Spare. I mean, the cruel jibes about losing his hair, Prince William, and, you kind of think, Harry, you're in the same genetic pool. It doesn't really matter. It's a bit cruel to say something like that. But then, of course, what I found really sort of shocking for me, at least, was to discover during that recent court case in May in the High Court of His Majesty's High Court, I should point out, that Prince William had kindly donated thousands, nearly $1 million, to the Invictus cause. As I told you the other day, Invictus was not Harry's idea. It was a culmination of Catherine, William, and of course Prince Charles, as he then was, who put it all together. A lot of his funding came into that. Harry had been inspired, allegedly, by seeing the Warrior Games very successfully over in the United States. But now, as we've seen, Meghan's rocked up to the Invictus Games and, obviously clawing in as much PR as she possibly can. It's not really working though, is it? I mean, I do kind of think it's just not working. What is interesting to note though is simply this. When you think about it with Meghan and Harry, they hoped, didn't they, that their shine would literally be about themselves. Now I can tell you first and exclusive here on the show that basically, yes, a lot of people out at Invictus, including the administration side, wanted a message from His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William. That's right. Now, as we know, this was for personally to thank him for their huge donation. Still waiting to see the donation, of course, from the Heart of Invictus documentary on Netflix, as one can imagine. But here's again where it gets really tricky, because Meghan and Harry do not want any association, as one can imagine, with Prince William. His presence, his video message would just literally take the shine. Now, this has been a really thorny problem for Harry and Meghan and the Invictus people, because they said, look, why has the royal family not got involved? Why has it suddenly become just you two? And that now is the problem. Now, I do think that the Prince of Wales has made a huge mistake, in fact, by not offering congratulations, support, good wishes to the people of Invictus. But as he pointed out, this was very much now his younger brother's project and didn't want to encroach on that. You can see tricky times, two sides of the coin, etc. But for now, wherever Harry and Meghan go, literally out at Invictus, they're under the shadow of His Royal Highness Prince William. And that's one shadow, definitely, Meghan Markle would like to remove herself away from. But for how long can this truly go on? It is like a soap opera with the War in Windsors. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.